afternoon. You might remember my face, but let me introduce myself. My name is Shannon, and I'm a library assistant at the Bethel Public Library, and I mainly work in the reference department, but you'll see me all over the building when we open back up. Today, I will be doing a graphic novel book talk, and the graphic novel I have chosen to talk about is Fables Volume 1, Legends in Exile, and it's issues 1 through 5. It is written by Bill Willingham and illustrated by various artists. It differs from issue to issue, so if I wanted to list them all, that would take 20 minutes, and as much as I appreciate all their work, I don't have quite that much time. This graphic novel is currently available through Hoopla, so go check it out, and you can also check out Hoopla's graphic novel book club. So a little bit about the author. Bill Willingham is a very popular writer for graphic novels. He's written the entire Fables series and a bunch of stories in the extended universe. He's also written a series called The Elementals, which is quite popular, and he's written various Batman and X-Men stories, so he's both Marvel and DC, the big two. So I highly recommend him, and check out a bunch of his stories, which is what I will be doing after this video. Now, a little bit about the genre. Graphic novels is very near and dear to my heart. I love it. I can't get enough of it. But it is difficult for some people to get into, and I completely understand. However, I do highly recommend it, especially if you're, and let's admit it, not everyone is a great reader. I mean, even I have difficulty focusing sometimes, so I can completely understand that. But I do highly recommend graphic novels if you're having a hard time getting back into the books, or getting back onto your reading schedule. I personally love graphic novels because when I read them, I become a co-author of the universe. Because there's both written and illustrated aspects, it's very easy to picture everything. I think with books, it's a little difficult sometimes to exactly understand a character's motivation or where they're coming from, but with graphic novels, you can see their facial expressions, which I think is really great, but you also get to add your own motivation to the character, which is very easy to do when you get an image of their background or their home or how they conduct themselves in the world, how they present themselves. Okay, so let's talk about the story a little bit. Fables is a grown-up retelling of, you guessed it, fables and fairy tales, where the characters of those stories are written into this universe where they all share the same living space and community. So these characters, Snow White, Cinderella, the Big Bad Wolf, and Prince Charming, were all ousted from their original universe called the Homelands, and now live in a town called Fabletown that resides in New York City. So the two main characters of this series, the first one is Bigby Wolf. It's the Big Bad Wolf in this universe, is a chain-smoking, overworked, and underappreciated sheriff of Fabletown. He is lovely, but he doesn't have a lot of motivation, and as a detective, he does really well, but he doesn't like to present that he does well, so he leaves a lot of characters in the dark, which, in all honesty, might not help him down the line, but in this story, it makes it very interesting. The other main character, Snow White, is a cold-hearted, overworked, and easily annoyed deputy mayor of Fabletown, and she is not the Snow White that we know from all the stories. She can be sweet, but in this story she is not. You can tell that she has a difficult backstory, and I think that'll come up later on in the series, but for now, we just recognize her as the character who has a lot of power in this universe, in this Fabletown city, but we don't know a lot about her at the beginning. So, the first series is basically a murder mystery. Snow's sister is Red Rose in this universe, and Red Rose is missing, and when they go to her apartment to check on her, it's destroyed, covered in blood, all the furniture is toppled over, and looks like a crime scene, and they actually don't know if she's alive. So part of this story is trying to figure out where she is, if she's alive, who has hurt her, and why they've hurt her, basically. That's all I'm going to give you for now. I highly recommend it. It's fast-paced, it's an easy read, and it's a fantastic adult retelling of like childhood fairy tales. there's sex, there's intrigue, there's murder, and there's mystery. So I really think that you should give it a try and let me know how it goes. It was lovely talking to you all, and I hope to see you soon. Have a nice day.